It is a fact of life that fighting has always been necessary for mankind's survival. Modern fighting methods rely largely on advanced technology, but for thousands of years, bare hands and basic weapons were the only tools available. Societies which encouraged some kind of skill in fighting or martial art were less vulnerable to the attentions of aggressive neighbors. So naturally, the martial arts were not confined to the East, but practiced globally. The Eastern martial arts, however, are quite special in that the benefits inherent in training for both body and character have been adapted by society and now provide a medium for physical and mental development. Shotokan karate is such an art. The senseis, demonstrating the techniques that follow, have all represented Great Britain in kata and kumite events dating back to the early 60s. Andy Sherry, the senior British instructor, competed in the earliest competitions, winning the very first British and European All-Styles Championships. Terry O'Neill was captain of the British All-Styles team and a member of the 1975 British World Championship winning team. Bob Poynton, the winner of many British and European titles, and a member of many British World Championship teams. Bob Rhodes, a long-standing member of the British team, competing in many internationals, including the World Championships. Billy Higgins has won many British and European championships and captained the British team that won the 1975 World Championships. Frank Brennan, the youngest of the instructors, is renowned for his superb kata and kumite ability and has won numerous British and European titles. The kata that follow are performed from both front and side positions. They're also performed slower than usual in order to aid observation.
Kion kata. Kion kata.
Yan Shodan! Yeah! Yeah! 要手动。
Both before and after sparring practice, always bow to your opponent as a sign of respect.
Jordan! Shoot out.
Shotokan karate has many different forms of kumite, each one designed to develop a particular aspect of defense or attack. They range from 5-step sparring through to freestyle sparring, and there are many variations within each type. Kumite should be applied with both vigor and fighting spirit, but with control and the utmost respect for one's opponent. 5-step sparring is the novice's introduction to the applied use of the fundamental techniques, but all forms of basic kumite must be practiced frequently by advanced students. Before attacking with the first punch, the attacker steps back to a ready position and states the target, in this case, Jodan, the face. To attack efficiently, the initial tension should be in the legs, which are used to propel the body forward as quickly as possible. The arms should be held lightly in place until the fast delivery of the punch, which should be timed to land exactly with the step. At this point, all muscles in the body, from the back leg right through to the punching arm, should be locked tight. When attacking, always powerfully thrust and focus the stance and hips. This is most important to add maximum body power to the technique. It is important to focus your block through the attacking arm as in basic training. Do not be tempted to use the weight of your upper body only. Always focus the whole body, particularly the stance, hips and stomach. On hearing the attacker call Chudan, the defender must be ready to step back from the attacker. During the step, the arms must be brought quickly to a prepared position and then across and down to a point just above the attacker's wrist. The defender should land in a strong stance, block and rotate the hips in time with the attacker's punch. The defender must wait for each attack before escaping. The counterpunch should be delivered immediately after the final block, and great emphasis should be placed on rotating the hips strongly and retracting the opposite arm. Once the routine of this kumite is understood, the karateka should begin to concentrate on the development of the fundamentals. That is, to increase the speed of step in both attacking and defending, and to concentrate muscle focus more exactly, whilst throughout maintaining zanshin, the state of total awareness and martial spirit. It is the nature of karate that no technique will ever be perfect, but should be constantly developed. And so it is with Gohon Kumite, with diligent practice reflected in skillful execution.
Herr Nieder. Herr Nieder. Herrn Sander. Herrn Sander.
Yan Yongdan.
We now demonstrate an application from Heian Yondan. Numerous explanations can be given to the various movements in kata, but application in itself is not of paramount importance. The main purpose of kata is the development of the fundamental principles of karate. Once understood, the student may devise many applications from the kata movements, but the techniques within the kata must remain unchanged.
양경등
Once students have gained proficiency in five-step sparring, they're then ready to practice ippon kumite, which adds a wider range of techniques and develops the important aspect of distance making. Distance is made here by pulling the opponent forward. Distance is made here by thrusting forward. In this case, the front leg is moved back in order to make the distance and centralize balance. Against the more powerful kicking attack, both arms may be used to block more effectively. Note the double step when counter-kicking. If the defender judges the angle of his stance correctly, he may counter without making any further distance. As skill is developed, sometimes use combination counterattacks, but make sure that each movement is effective.